More details on Addison Rae's new movie, Revealed. I'm Gabby Conti.
I'm Jacqueline Marfucci.
I'm Fiona Zaring. This is your 24/7 celebrity news.
You probably know by now that Addison Rae has, quote, signed on to her first movie since He's All That. But what does that mean? Well, lucky for you, I actually read the Deadline article, and here's what I've gathered. According to Deadline, Addison's next big studio film is a movie by Paramount Players called Fashionista. Paramount Players is a production company under Paramount that has produced What Men Want and the Dora Explorer movie, to name a few. The script is written by Laura Taruso, who wrote Work It, which was #1 on Netflix. The script is based on a draft by screenwriters and novelist Amy Edelson and Emily Meyer, and it's being produced by Addison's He's All That producers, Jennifer Gibgot and Andrew Panay. The logline of this movie is under wraps, and there is no director attached, although they are expecting to have a director soon, as this movie is, quote, in active development. So Addison is not currently shooting this movie. They are still figuring the stuff out. According to Deadline, this news follows Addison's multi-million-dollar multi-picture deal with Netflix, and according to insiders, after the success of He's All That, several studios wanted Addison to lead in their projects, but Fashionista was exactly the type of movie she wanted to do next, and I wonder if these studios were after her because of her multi-picture deal at Netflix. But Jacqueline, what do you think about this news?
Guys, let's be honest. I don't think this is going to be her A Star is Born breakout Oscar-nominated moment, but I do think it's going to be a really fun movie. I feel like it's going to have like Devil Wears Prada vibes. I mean, good for Addison. We all watched She's All That, He's All That, He's All That. It was fine. It was cute. And I feel like this might be on the same line. She did say that she wants to maybe play a villain, which I would love. I would love to see her not be that like sweet Southern Addison that we're used to. But I don't think we're going to get like the hard-hitting layers yet from her.
You think Addison's going to follow in the footsteps of Meryl Streep and be her own Miranda Priestley? Like, is she at that level yet? I mean, this is interesting to me. I think also, I feel like just reading this, I know what they want this movie to be.
Yeah.
#1 trending on Netflix. That's why you have the writer of a #1 trending on Netflix movie, who, by the way, is also a director and could direct this if she wanted to. Maybe her deal hasn't gone through, and that's why they haven't announced that yet. And you have Addison, who was a star of a movie that was #1 on Netflix. But Fiona, what do you make of this report?
Well, I think it's interesting because they're being very tight-lipped about the plot. And so just going off of like Addison recently has been talking about how she wants to show that she has all different sides to her and she doesn't just want to be a one-note actress. She's talked a lot about like, ooh, I'm watching Breaking Bad and taking notes and how she'd love to be in Euphoria. So with a title like Fashionista, I think there are so many directions I could see it going in. One of them is her being like another influencer type character who is in the fashion world and she's, you know, falling in love with a boy. And you know what? It probably will go #1 on Netflix and be really great. But what if this is like a horror movie of some kind, you know? Like people kind of like black swanning it? I don't know. Like she's in the fashion world and she loses herself and goes on some crazy journey. I don't know. I feel like Addison's next move is going to be either that classic really scary, really intense, like horror film, she's screaming a lot, or staying in the rom-com zone. Because I think those are, I don't want to say easier roles to take on in the early days of an acting career, but we've seen a lot of people get their start in those two kind of categories and then elevate into something else. So we'll see. I don't know. I just have high hopes for her.
Jacqueline, do you think Fashionista is the real name of this movie? If they're not releasing a logline, could they perhaps change the title and this is just a movie that people expect Addison to take as her second project based on the title?
I think you're giving them way too much credit, Gabby. I definitely think it's the title of the movie. I feel like I agree with you, Fiona. I think she needs to be doing a fun movie for the second one. I would love to see her in like another Scream sequel. I feel like that would be epic. And then she could break away and do more serious stuff. I mean, it would be awesome if she went rogue and just went really alt, but I don't think that's happening from our Addison.
What are your predictions on Addison Rae's second movie? I'm Gabby Conti.
I'm Jacqueline Marfucci.
I'm Fiona Zaring. Follow us at Hollywire for your 24/7 celebrity news.